In this session, I would like to share my thoughts on the FinOps adoption through vendor solutions. Contents. 1. The FinOps adoption business case. Second, the FinOps solution analyze, including two parts, business value chain analyze, the ITFM, FinOps, ITOM pipeline. Second, the methodology for FinOps adoption. 3. A case study, IBM's FinOps solution portfolio, including App21, Cloudability, Turbonomic. 4. FinOps vendor evaluation considerations. Two categories of the vendors for the FinOps. First, cloud-native vendors, such as AWS, Azure, GCP. Second category is the third-party vendors, the top vendors including Cloudability and Flexera CCO. Business case. I have been working on RFIs that enterprise are adopting FinOps for cloud management. I summarized their expectations to the below three aspects. First, they expect a quick adoption. Enterprise expects the FinOps solutions driven by the adoption methodology enable their IT culture transformation effectively with the measurable progress. Second, they expect the value for business decisions. They expect the FinOps results are accurate, which can be integrated with the IT finance management cohesively, on which leaderships, for example, CFO and CIO, can make business decisions with the FinOps results, such as IT budgeting, planning, cost allocation to the unit economics. Third, optimize automation. Enterprise hopes that FinOps results and recommendations could be seamlessly optimized and automated with the ITOM, IT operation management. For example, by DevOps teams, and finally establish the data-driven IT business management culture. In the next two slides, I would like to introduce the slides from FinOps Foundation. The first one is FinOps Maturity Framework. It's including three different levels: crawl, walk, and run. Crawl is the basic level and run is the advanced level. The key difference I have highlighted. The key difference is the automation of the resource optimizations and the price automation and the optimization and continuously improve for efficiency and innovation. So usage optimization, rate optimization, and continuously improve and efficiency in innovation and automations. I would like to emphasize here, it is a business application to install the basic FinOps apps. The implementation time could be weeks or months. However, if we want to push to the run level, it is the automation, AI enablement, and the big data analyze. And the progress could be iterative and it could be last for years. So different development lifecycle. The second slide from the FinOps Foundation is a methodology. FinOps Foundation have recommended the methodology to adopt the FinOps Foundation, including the key milestones and also the detailed step-by-step with the actions and artifacts and deliverables. The key point I would like to make is for the enterprise to adopt the FinOps methodology, need to go through the tools from the vendor. So it is very important to review the vendor solutions or vendor tools if they can facilitate or if they have facilitated the FinOps Foundation adoption methodology. Next, these slides, I would like to go through the business value chain of the IT finance management, FinOps, and IT operation management. IT finance management is the upstream of the FinOps, which means the FinOps results need to be used by the IT finance management. For example, the cost transparency from the FinOps and for the unit economics need to be used by the IT finance management, by the CFO and the CIO to make the business decisions, such as the budgeting, IT planning, cost allocation for the unit economics. And in the downstream, that is operated by the IT operation team or the DevOps team for the optimization and automate. So these 3 steps of the value chain usually refer to the different product. It could be from the different vendors. It could be carried by the same vendor. And the implementation lifecycle is different for the ITFM and FinOps, which are the business applications, usually can be implemented in weeks or months. The optimization and automation for the AI enablement, automation enablement, it could last years, iteratively, and move forward. One great analog to the cloud FinOps is travel FinOps. This is my name for the SAP Concur. We all use the SAP Concur to plan our business trip and to claim the reimbursement. And the business, this is exactly the travel FinOps. As an employee, I can always book the trips under the corporate policy and governance with the business Concur. And also, when I do the reimbursement, and I always also use the SAP Concur and do the reimbursement. And the whole process by default has been governed by the corporate finance management service. For example, if I want to book a hotel, Hilton, Chicago downtown, as long as the rate is green, I can book it without much concern. If we cannot find any hotel with the rate with green is fully booked, we maybe can choose the yellow or red ones with the comments of the ask for the exception, and which maybe lead to the manual approval process. And it also can resolve the problem. The question is, the whole business application of the SAP Concur, is this perfect or ideal? It is not. The question is, does SAP Concur always recommend the lowest price of the hotel and the best deal of the hotel? Based on my experience, it is not the truth yet. So, but in the next few years, with the efforts of the AI and big data analytics, and with the AI and automation, I will expect employee can always get to the lowest price in the future, anytime for the Concur. So this is the use case for the business application and the AI enablement. This is almost identical for the cloud FinOps logic. The only thing is cloud FinOps is much more complicated than the travel FinOps. The second slide, I would like to make the point is for the FinOps to make the business sense to the upstream, which is IT finance management, we need to make sure the team the total cost ownership of the team. For example, there is a team, supply chain team for the logistics, and then we want to calculate its total cost ownership. The cost ownership includes the public cloud spending. That is the standard concept of the FinOps. However, it's also should include the software running on the software cost running on the cloud platform. For example, the APM products, the Dynatrace, and some data platforms running on the cloud, the Snowflakes or the Databricks, and also including the labor service, like a labor cost, and a consultant professional service cost, and even including the tax. So that is the definition of the total cost ownership. So the question is, if the vendor you selected really provided the precise total cost ownership, or just in the conceptual level, they just using the reference price from the cloud platform and didn't put all the price into the consideration. If we go back to the slides in the previous page, using the SAP Concur as an example, if SAP Concur just calculated the hotel price without have the precise price for the tax, different level of the tax, is this kind of software acceptable for the travel FinOps? The answer is no, because the price is not accurate. And with the same reason, for the cloud FinOps, we expect the price for the total cost ownership of the unit economics should be accurate. And this, from my experience, make a big difference when we review the vendors. A case study, IBM's FinOps solution portfolio. IBM's FinOps solution is aligned with the business value chain I just introduced. The three products are Active One, that is technology business management or IT finance management product, FinOps, cloudability, and optimization and automation product. ARM product is Turbonomic. I summarized the three major advantages of the IBM's portfolio. The first, the top products through the full business value chain, and we just introduced. The second one is enterprise culture transformation through IBM's FinOps adoption methodology, with its product solutions service gen training. Then IBM provide the full spectrum of the service products and solutions and education service to enable the enterprise, the FinOps. Third, take advantage of the IBM's investment on integrations between TBM, FinOps, and IT operation management. This is compared to if the enterprise, for example, select the product from the different company. The integration is the big deal, and the investment is expected. Either you purchase the professional service for the system integrator, or you need to invest the subject matter experts or developers to do the development and integration. And if you're using these three products all from the IBM, so many use case, solutions, and patterns already being practiced. And all these assets or artifacts can be reused. In case there are some use cases never be practiced yet, and this is called the first kind of use case. And it could IBM have the joint effort between the IBM and the enterprise by discussing with the IBM product management team. So this is the IBM's FinOps solution portfolio. Finally, I would like to share my consideration about the FinOps vendor evaluation. From my perspective, there are two kinds of the FinOps softwares in the market. The first category is from the cloud native vendors, AWS, Azure, and GCP. The second one is the third-party FinOps solutions, for example, Cloudability, for example, the Flexera CCO. First, let me go through the cloud native vendors. Cloud native vendors, they typically handle their own cloud. And in general, they offer the technology level products. For example, Microsoft Power BI is the top product for the enterprise reporting. And they also offer the open source FinOps template in the GitHub library and available for its own cloud for Azure. So is this ideal solution? My recommendation is just ask yourself if you look for the full service, carrying your IT to FinOps in measurable progress very quickly, or you prefer to build up by yourself based on the technology level products. So this is really, you want to buy the full service or you want to build it yourself, buy versus build decision. And I think in the modern IT industry, most enterprise should select buy, especially buy the SaaS service with the professional service behind. The second category of the vendors are third-party vendors. And my recommendation is when we look into these vendors, stick to the goals of the FinOps when evaluating the vendors. There are two goals. Enterprise want to generate the precise insights so that the leadership, CIO and CFO team could make right decisions for the unit economics. It needs to precise and make sense to the upstream, to the IT leaders and finance leaders to make right decisions. Second, in the downstream, they need to get ready to the automation and the optimization innovations to progress, to maximize the cost savings in the near real-time manner. So when we select the vendors, we need to select the vendors to align to your needs. Since these vendors usually come with the different perspectives and emphasis. One example is two top vendors, Flexera CCO. It is from the IT asset management perspective. My question is, does your use case or the business goals, business value chains, closely related to the IT asset management, or your business motivation and a business goal, business value chain is closely related to serve to the IT finance management, and so that finance leader and IT leader can make the right decisions and get the right insights. If it is a case the ITFM is more relevant, probably you need to go through the cloudability path. This is my perspective of the FinOps vendor evaluation to help the enterprise to adopt the FinOps solutions. Thank you.